Money Vikings, all right, welcome back to the channel. I got a special one for you today. Thanks for joining. I want to do a overview, kind of a quick overview of a book that I'm really enjoying called Old Wealth, New Wealth, True Wealth by Nathan Barkosi and Sharon Lechter. And there's a great story behind this book, and I'm really enjoying getting to know the author, Nathan. He is, you got to check out his content in terms of building wealth, building businesses, investing. He is top notch, and I think you're going to find a lot of value in his content and his message. So that's something definitely to check out. But definitely add this book, Old Wealth, New Wealth, True Wealth, to your personal finance library. It is a critical one in terms of its heart, its soul, its wisdom. And I'll do a little bit of an overview. I'm not going to give a lot away because there's a lot of cool stuff in the book. But I had the pleasure of meeting Nathan recently and really much enjoying his content. And his co-author, Sharon, I mean, many of you in the personal finance space are aware of how awesome she is. She's one of the co-authors of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. And so many of us in personal finance grew up with her. I did. Her products and her books and her messages made a world of difference for me over the years, and were part of several of the early inspirations for me to start a true wealth journey and to invest and to learn about assets and cash flow and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of history there and just a lot of exciting stuff. But let me talk a little bit about this book. So first of all, very inspirational story of Nathan himself. You'll have to check that out. He was a top-notch on his way to the Tour de France bicyclist until he encountered a life-altering accident, which is very interesting to read about and how he bounced back from that. It's pretty much a miracle in a lot of ways. And then from there, you get this great parable of these three brothers. And essentially, the book does a really nice job of describing what old wealth, new wealth, and true wealth actually mean. And without giving too much away, you know, the old wealth are the tried and true, the real estate, the stocks, the investing, the preserving, the capital, making it grow, etc. The new wealth are the businesses, the creative aspects, the technology, the crypto, that kind of thing is what it represents anyway. And the true wealth is something I've talked about for years on this channel, and that's, you know, combining it all with your family and faith and your passions and health and all that, and putting it all together. And, you know, that's been kind of our message for quite a long time. So there's a really great section here in the middle of the book where, you know, they explain, Nathan and Sharon explain what true wealth really means, and they use sort of this very cool way of like having, you know, the T represents time, R relationships, et cetera, et cetera. In the wealth part, W is will, E encounter, A action. And I'm gonna definitely bookmark this and kind of go back to it over the years. I'm gonna go back to this quite often for inspiration. And it's just a great book, great story, great parable. And I think it will really inspire someone no matter where they are on their wealth journey. And, you know, I think the biggest thing too is keeping sort of a North Star on all three of these, because all three are important, right? It is important to have an old wealth sensibility of things. It is important to pursue the new opportunities, the new things that are happening, because things do change and things evolve. And then it's important to be grounded, I think, in a sense of true wealth, which is faith and family and friends and hobbies and all that, and health and just sort of living in the moment, you know, living in the present. I think that's critical as well. So I'm going to put a link below. Please check that out. Definitely worth adding to the personal finance library for sure. And I'm going to do more about this as well, and I'm going to weave more of this great information into some of my videos and my blogs posts. But I wanted you to definitely check it out, and I'll put a link below. All right, thanks. See ya.